So until now we have seen how to add a floating action button into our screen and how to implement the click listener in our Kotlin class file. Now next step is how can we add any item into the recycler views list on the click of this button. And as a part of my customization, I will add one more thing, that whenever we add any item in the recycler view on the button click of floating action button, we will add one number to each item. So let's see how to do that. First of all, we need one variable for storing our data. So we will take an array list. We will use late init var and we will name the variable as list of items. Let's make it array list of string. Okay, now next thing is very important, is to initialize the list item. We will initialize it with array list. We are done here for the list, a list of items variable, and now we will connect the RV adapter with the list of items. We will remove this dummy data. We will add this object over here. Looks good. Now next thing is we need to implement the code inside our click listener of floating action button that you can see here. The click listener will act as a trigger, and it will trigger the block of code that we write inside this particular block. And what we will do is we will add an item inside this object like this, list of item, and let's say I will name it as new item. And we need one more variable so that we can track the number of clicks and number of items, of course. So what we will do is, let's name it numbers and initialize it with 0. Okay, and let's add one space here and plus numbers. And at last, after adding every time something to the object of list of items, we will notify the adapter that we have added something. What we can do is, there are two ways to do it. We can use notify dataset change, but as you all know that we should avoid to use this particular thing until and unless there is no other option available. So for now we can do one thing that is considered as best practice. We can use notify item inserted, and we need to provide position. Logically, what it is asking is the index number, and what we can get here is the total number of our items. So how can we convert it into index? The list of items dot size will return the total number of items that is stored inside the list of item variable. Okay, now index starts from 0, and normally size starts from 1 because it counts from 1, of course. So we can do is -1, and that will make it an index number. It's like simple way to convert it into index number, very simple. And to add one number each time it has a click, we will do number plus plus. That's it. Now let's see how our code reacts to in our virtual device in the real world application. Here we can see our screen is totally empty. We cannot see anything. The whole screen is wide. We just have one floating action button over here with a plus icon. That floating action button is gonna trigger this block of code. Whatever we have written over here, that includes the toast message that we have previously added in our previous video. So when I will make a click, you will see that new item text is being added into the list with one number that adds each time. 0, 1, 2. You can see every time I'm clicking, each number is gonna be added because of this numbers plus plus. No matter how many times I click, it's gonna be infinite. See. Okay, now our backbone of the code is half ready. Next, what we need is how can we let the user enter its own text and add it into the list item on the button click of this floating action button. So we will see that in next video.